Welcome back to another special video edition of Transformers University. Once again, we're taking a look at the actors behind the voices in the first season of the original Transformers cartoon. Be sure to swing back to episode 4 of this podcast to see part 1. By the end of season 1, the Transformers added over 15 unique characters to the initial cast, plus a handful of one-off human allies. Of course, all of those characters needed voices. And while 6 new people joined the cast, some of our old friends got in on the fun as well.
Maybe halfway through the first season or second season, they split us up because they had Peter and I working together all the time. So finally they put like 2 or 3 people between us. And it wasn't really our faults, it was the other actors.
When we would record in the studio on any given recording session, it was inevitable at any moment that Frank would come out with a sound at a very inappropriate time that would totally distract you, but would sound as if it was coming naturally from somewhere in the studio.
We sort of created this as the intermittent mics. He's a lot of times aim and in near aim going
Already voicing 7 characters on the show, Frank Welker added 3 more, voicing the Constructicon Mixmaster, the Dinobot Sludge, and a human character named Jeff, an astronomer. Michael Bell also added 3 characters to his resume, taking on the roles of Bombshell, Swoop, and Scrapper. Don Messick joined the Constructicons as Scavenger, while his Scooby-Doo castmate Casey Kasem took on a more human role.
I, Dr. Arkeville, genius of science, say, open sesame!
How original.
Kasem voiced Dr. Arkeville, the Decepticons' human ally against the Autobots.
Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
And as for Peter Cullen, he tacked on one voice as one of Hound's holograms.
What would you say about me?
As it turns out, this character would get a name decades later as Halonix Maximus. And if that's one thing you didn't know about Peter Cullen, here's one more thing you may not have known.
I was the Predator. The Predator and the Predator. That was the guy that went...
Cullen took on 2 future United States governors as the original voice of the Predator. However, he didn't make it back to the second film to take on Danny Glover. That would be this guy.
Now, in the old Disney days, these were lions and these were bears. But in the case of the Predator 2, you put this in this, and you have a menacing thing.
The second Predator, Hal Rail, was also part of the Season 1 cast of Transformers as Snarl and Shrapnel. The third and final Insecticon, Kickback, was voiced by veteran character actor Clive Revell, also known for teaching Edna Garrett and her girls a little bit about Shakespeare.
Now, some of you may think my teaching methods are slightly unorthodox, but live from Verona, it's time to play the Renaissance Fugue!
Take the good, you take the bad, you take the cast from G.I. Joe because they're down the hall. A trio of prominent Joe actors joined on to finish out Season 1 of the Transformers. Arthur Burghardt voiced the lumbering giant Devastator, but you probably know him better as Destro.
You wanted my new weapons system badly enough, though, didn't you?
Or as Janet Jackson's dad on Different Strokes.
I'm Alex Dupre, Charlene's father, and I don't like having the door slammed in my face.
Neil Ross joined the cast to voice Hook and Bone Crusher, as well as the Dinobot Slag. He's probably best known for portraying Shipwreck on G.I. Joe, or for his longtime gig as the announcer for Playboy TV.
Now, for your home viewing pleasure, Playboy continues this tradition as the Playmates come alive in this edition of the 1993 Playmate Video Calendar.
And of course, 2 of the most popular characters to come aboard during Season 1 were Grimlock.
Me, Grimlock, not care.
And Skyfire.
I just about had it with the deep freeze treatment.
Both voiced by Greg Berger. Berger also played Long Haul and is a regular guest at Transformers and comic book conventions around the world. Aside from Transformers, he's probably best known as the voice of Garfield's pal, Odie. In addition to being a voice actor, Burghardt has had numerous roles in live-action films and TV. Maybe you remember him as a drug-pushing stand-up comic from the first season of Fame.
Want to make the people feel good? You gotta feel good yourself. I got plenty.
But his first on-screen role was in the 1978 cult classic, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
What are those red circles, sir?
Those are machine gun emplacements. You've got the whole valley surrounded with them. I don't think we can hold them very long, though.
And that green line, that's their furthest point of advance.
That's right.
What are the blue dots?
Those are mobile stations.
Oh.
And finally, the Transformers cast in Season 1 had its first female cast member. And it wasn't B.J. Ward, or Morgan Lofting, or even Transformers Hall of Famer Susan Blue.
What?
It was Kyle's mom, Mona Marshall. Mona is a career voice actor with hundreds of credits in animation and video games, but one of her few live-action credits came introducing arguably the most famous character named Mona in TV's history on Who's the Boss?
Mr. Hadley, about Mona Robinson.
Well, she's here, isn't she?
Yes, but...
Send her in.
Coincidentally, Mona Marshall would go on to write an episode of Who's the Boss a few seasons later. And if you're a fan of her work, swing on by to her YouTube channel where she hosts a great series called Voices for Fun.
Hello, my name is Mona Marshall. Welcome to Voices for Fun. What I'd like to do in the next few times we meet is show you how you can use your voice for fun, amusement, and maybe to make yourself heard a little bit better.
And you can check out the description of this video for links to Mona Marshall's channel as well as Hal Rails. And if there's one thing we know about Kyle's mom,
she's a big, fat, stupid bitch. Don't say it, Cartman. Don't do it, Cartman. I'm warning you.
Kyle's mom's a big fan of TFU.INFO, and you should be too. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for lots more great Transformers content as we continue on the next episode of Transformers University.